What's up, YouTube? It is Melanie back with Melanie Loves Death Metal. I've got a new collection update today. I have a lot of stuff that I've been getting in the mail these last couple weeks that I have not shown on here yet. The videos are coming a little bit slow right now. I've just been really busy with work, and then Labor Day weekend we took a trip to Daytona, so just trying to get caught up. I've been trying to listen to everything that I've been getting in so that way I can talk about them on here. So they're coming slowly. But before I get started on some of this stuff that I want to show you, I commissioned an amazing artist who goes by Rottinghead on Instagram, Latif. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him. He also is in the band Infitar. I showed their tape on here a while back. He does incredible artwork. He's done artwork for Warflurch and several other death metal bands that I absolutely love. Been following him on Instagram for quite a while now, and I finally reached out and asked him if he would be willing to make me a logo for my YouTube channel. So this was several weeks ago. Been kind of sitting on this. I've been really excited to see the proofs, to see everything. Well, he finally sent those over, and they're so awesome. So I'm sure you noticed the new branding on this channel. I got some copyright-free music to make some sort of an intro with the new image. It might be on this video, it might not, depends on what I'm able to edit in. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this video yet. So if it's there, it's there. If it's not, it'll probably be on the next one. But at the end of this video, I'll pop up the images so you can see them bigger. And it's so awesome. I'm so happy with them. It's exactly what I wanted. It pretty much really, sums up the type of death metal that I absolutely love and the type of imagery that I love. So just absolutely perfect. So I will link his Instagram in the channel. Please go support him. He does great work. I'll find other links if he's got a Facebook and stuff like that. I'm not sure. And yeah, again, I'm just so happy. It's just exactly what I wanted. Red and black and white. My three favorite color schemes together. I talk about that on here all the time. It's simple, it's clean, it's easy to read, still putrid looking. It's everything that I wanted. So, all right, let's get to the music. So I have a couple of things here that I've been sitting on for a while. I've been waiting to listen to them, have the time to listen to them, and then talk about them. So I'm finally through the stack, so I'm going to finally talk about them. So the first thing is from Gurgling Gore. I've talked about Gurgling Gore so many times on this channel. This is quite possibly one of my favorite releases to come out from Gurgling Gore this year. I mean, pretty much a lot of releases come out from Gurgling Gore this year that I actually love. Parallax Exclusion, Thorn. This is another one. A really good, just a really good project, a really good one-man death metal project that ended up just kind of coming out of nowhere. I didn't know it was going to be released, knew nothing about it until I saw this announcement. So this has been out for a little while now. I think it's pretty much sold out everywhere, so I'm a little bit behind on showing this, but this is the new Puke Wraith with Return Through Bile. So if you're not familiar with Puke Wraith, this is Brendan Dean from Fumes. He did a one-man project. It's just, as you can see, filthy, disgusting death metal. And this is really good. I know I say that about everything I listen to on here. Again, I don't show stuff on here I don't like. I'm not comfortable with it. I would much rather just share things I absolutely love and I want people to listen to. And this is one of those, I think this is a demo. I don't know. It's 3 songs, demo EP. How do people, I don't know. People say one thing, other. Anyway, really good. And then as always, Gurgling Gore comes through with the amazing tape aesthetic. So this is like a fluorescent yellow, I don't remember what they called it, like the description on Bandcamp, but really cool graphics on there. And then the artwork is done by Gruesome Graphics, who does incredible artwork as well. Definitely check him out. So there you go. And then simple J card. And the lyrics right here. So again, Brendan from Fumes, he does everything on here, all the instrumentation, everything. There is drum programming on here. Jesus, I can't talk. But for me, the drum programming sounds great. It flows through. It's mixed in well. I don't even notice that it's a drum program. Other people, I don't know, if people are really weird about drum programming, they get all up in arms about shit like that. For me, I think this sounds really good. My favorite parts on this album are the guitar solos that he throws in there. He's a really great guitarist, and just, yeah, his lyrics are His vocal style is really just, you know, putrid and disgusting, which is good in death metal terms. So yeah, like I said, this just came out of nowhere, knocked me off my feet. I really, really enjoyed this. So if you haven't heard this yet, you should definitely check this out. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it's sold out everywhere. I'm not sure if there'll be represses or anything like that, but the digital's up there. It's definitely worth a listen. And it's only 3 songs, so it's not a huge commitment. So really good stuff. Again, Gurgling Gore just pumps out the great releases as always. So the next 2 are from Caligari. I've talked about Caligari on here several times. This one I've talked about several times on this channel already. I just bought another version of it. I just really wanted the color of the tape. I don't do that very often. I'm not like a variant collector of any sorts at all, but for this one, I had to get it. And this is Disembodiment. You guys, I've talked about this on here. Mutated Chaos. I gave away tape. I've talked about it several times. I've got the CD. I've got the green, fluorescent green tape. I gave away a fluorescent green tape. Well, now they've made a pink version. And of course I grabbed it. I don't know. The pink shell tapes are just some great stuff. I don't know. I just think they look great. So, you know, I've talked about Disembodiment on here. I don't think I need to go any more further into it. One of my favorite releases to come out this year. And by the way, Puke Wraith, Brendan's from Canada, so another Canadian death metal band here. There's a little bit of a theme in this video. I didn't realize it until now. So, but yeah, another great release. I don't know if they still have these. This was a pre-order that finally came in. I just think it looks so good. I don't know, just the pink. I don't know. I'm not a big pink fan, but for whatever reason the tapes just always look amazing. But anyway, the next tape that I got from Caligari is a really, really good release. Probably going to be high up there in some year-end lists that people do. I'm still debating if I'm going to do that or not, because I have so many things I love this year. But this is the new Devoid of Thought. This is their album Outer Worlds Graves. So this came out on Caligari on tape, and then it's also out on Everlasting Spew on CD. I'm not too sure if there's a vinyl in the works anywhere. I admittedly didn't really look to see if there was. I grabbed the tape because Caligari is in Tampa. I didn't have to pay for the shipping and stuff like that. However, I do know that Night Shift Merch has the CDs for these, so if you're looking to get a physical format, there are US people that have this, so I'll link those both in the description. So I talked about this on my Instagram, so you probably, some people that follow me over, you've probably already seen this review, I guess is what you want to call it, about it. This is pretty much exactly what it looks like based on the album cover. It is space themed death metal, and it is very, I wouldn't say it's very atmospheric. It definitely has an atmospheric sense to it, similar to Blood Incantation, although I don't want that to throw people off, because I know some people consider Blood Incantation overhyped and whatever else, all the stuff I disagree with. But this is a really good album. It's a band out of Italy, and admittedly I had never heard any of their stuff until this release. It was definitely really thrown at me. A lot of people were like, hey, have you heard the new track? Have you heard the new track? Like, hey, check this out. Hey, listen to this. Tito is messaging me from Everlasting Spew, everybody. And I'm like, all right, guys, I will listen to this album. And they were right. They knew I was going to like it, just because I am a massive Blood Incantation fan. I am a massive Spectral Voice fan. And this is right along those lines of that type of death metal. There's that atmospheric, spacey theme to it. But this one is a little bit more raw sounding. They have a little bit more of a rawer sound to it, maybe not as clean and not as productionalized or productional clean. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it is very good. It's a very well thought out death metal album. You can tell, like, they've taken their time to write these songs. It's great musicianship. It's a really, really good album, and I can see why people would absolutely love this album and have it on one of their top favorite releases, because it's pretty high up there for me. So again, I really love the space theme death metal stuff. I'm a sucker for it. I always, it's usually like an eye catcher for me. Blood Incantation just is simply one of my current favorite bands. Just all around great stuff. And again, this does have that feel to it, but they also have their own sound that really makes them their own. So it's hard to like, I wish I could play the music on here. Maybe someday I'll be able to get some sort of rights to play music on here, but definitely check this out. If you're a fan of Blood Incantation, Spectral Voice, those types of bands, you'll absolutely love this album. It's definitely worth a listen in that case. The tape is really cool too. It's got the little space theme on the tape as well too. So really good stuff. Definitely check this out. Again, another great release to come out this year. Just there's so many. I was writing down the other day, what are my favorite releases so far this year? Actually, the video I did a couple months ago was like, these are my favorite releases so far of 2021. Just cracked 1,000 views, which is incredible. Like, I can't believe that. I think it's my most popular video on here, so people really liked that video. And I watched that the other day after YouTube was like, hey, you got 1,000 views on a video, congrats. And man, that list needs to be updated because there has been so much that has been released since then. It's crazy. So I might do like a year-end video. I won't like rank them, but it'll just be like, these are all my favorite releases this year. So, and it'll probably be like an hour long. So again, Devoid of Thought, really, really good. Definitely check this out. On Caligari Records for the tape. Night Shift has the CDs. Everlasting Spew has the CDs. Not sure about the vinyl. If I can find anything about it, I'll paste it in the description. All right. So the next tape I want to talk about, I'm saving the one for last for a reason. The next one I want to talk about is, again, one that I've had for a while now, and I haven't actually sat down and listened to it. My computer's making noises, and I don't know why. Just mute that. Okay. I haven't sat down and listened to this since I got it until this last week. I was just going through my stack of tapes that I haven't shown off on here yet that I've got into a collection, and I was like, Jesus, I forgot I bought this. And that happens sometimes. Unfortunately, just when so much stuff comes at once, some stuff gets put into the back burner or the backlog. So again, whatever. So this is Putrid Entrails with their EP Stench of Visceral Despoilment. I think that's what it says. Yeah, Despoilment. I don't. As you can tell, it is brutal death metal of the most gory that you could ever imagine. Out on Life After Death. This band is from Paraguay. And that is all I know about them. I had never heard about them until I saw Life After Death was releasing this. This is an EP that came out in 2018, so it looks like Life After Death pretty much repressed it onto tape. So it's been out for a couple years now, so some of you might already know about this band. This is classic, brutal death metal, the goriest, the putrid brutal death metal. It's got hints of stuff that reminds me a little bit of Sanguine Sugarbog. It's got stuff that reminds me a little bit of a Devourment. It's got stuff of reminding me a little bit of Pathology. Just, it's all over the place in terms of brutal death metal. It is a really good release though. And I remember now, when it first came out, I was excited that it was a brutal death metal band on this label because I love brutal death metal bands. Devourment is just one of my favorite bands. And I'll probably do a whole video dedicated to them someday. But again, this is a really good album. They're a 4-piece, like I said, or sorry, 5-piece. And just, it's pretty much what you would expect with the name of Putrid Entrails. So there's the band right there. So really good album. Again, I listened to this probably 3 times already today. So it's a quick listen. It's not anything that requires commitment. I think it's only, I'm trying to remember how many songs are on here now. Like 4 or 5 songs. Yeah, there's only 5 songs on here. So, and it's got some interesting song titles. I will say that. It's brutal death metal. Yeah, I mean, Cannibal Corpse, you guys know the brutal death metal stuff. So yeah, definitely, if you're looking for a new brutal death metal band, if you're looking for a new release, I know for sure this is still available. The tape is this really cool blue. It matches well with the aesthetics of the layout and the artwork, so that was an added bonus. I think it looks great. So again, Life After Death is another one of my favorite labels. They put out a lot of great music, so if you haven't checked them out yet, please do so. And I am way overdue as a label video, a label spotlight video on them. Maybe I'll film that this week because I have a lot of their releases. So check out Life After Death, check out Putrid Entrails. This is a really, really good release. And like I said, it's brutal death metal. It's what you would expect from brutal death metal. There are riffs, there's really good soloing in here. I love the vocals on this. And it's a really great release. and for me, it's a release that I've been popping in my tape deck when I just want to just listen to disgusting brutal death metal. It's a quick listen, and it flows really nicely. It's a great release, so definitely check this out, and definitely worth it. And like I said, I'm pretty sure he still has copies available, and there might also be a CD. I can't remember. All right, and then the final release is just. Again, I found a release that I absolutely adore, and to the point of where I blabbed about it on Instagram in a long paragraph, to the point of where it was like, your caption is too long, you need to shorten it. So I don't do that very often unless I really absolutely love a release. I've done it a couple times this year. Severus's live promo was one. The new Between the Buried and Me album, which I have not shown or talked about on here, so I'll be quiet about that. And then now this album. There's a few others. Devoid of Thought had a lengthy conversation, stuff like that. So this is the new Intestinal Hex album that came out on Stump Grinder Records. So you're probably like, who the hell is that? Well, if you're like that, then that means you are completely missing out on something incredible. So if you're not familiar, this is Daniel Bonifiglio's, I think, did I just butcher your last name? I probably did. He is from Fumes, Gutvoid, 10,000 other death metal bands. This is his one-man death metal project band, whatever, that just came out, and it's full length. Skip the EPs, skip the demos, just went right to a full length. So I was lucky enough to have this sent to me by Stump Grinder. So again, thank you guys so much. I've been sitting on this for weeks. It's been out for weeks now, and I just really wanted to take my time with it and really observe it and listen to it and take it all in. And I think I've listened to it about 7 times all the way through now. Actually, it might be 8 now because I listened to it again after I wrote the review on Instagram. And just, yeah, it's a really, really good album. And it pretty much hits every button that I love about death metal. It's dark, it's cavernous, it's putrid sounding. It's also got the doom elements to it. It's got soloing and riffage and chugs and just everything that you would love about death metal. It's there. Daniel's vocals are raspy and demonic and dissonant, and it just flows really well with the rest of the music on here. He's an incredible musician. I'm a huge fan of his. I have pretty much all his other bands. Fumes is really what got me on his radar, and just since then it's just been everything he releases, in my opinion, is just solid death metal gold. So the aesthetics of this are incredible. The artwork is incredible. This is, again, done by Rottinghead, who did my death metal logo for the channel. He is an incredible artist, and it has this nice, like, O card around it. There's the back, and then it slides out. There you go. There's the logo, and then the Norelco case is the color. And then, again, the tape matches all of the color aesthetics, and then on this side is the murky, like, tentacles of that little creature right there. So again, the artwork on this is so good. I absolutely love it, and you definitely should check out his work because he does great stuff. And then there you go. Again, this is a really good album. I wrote an extensive review, if you want to call it that, about this, and then the J card is just more of that amazing artwork. Come on, camera, focus. There you go. And then, nope, that's upside down. All right, there. So really nice tape, sounds amazing, and I believe these are actually sold out as well. So again, if you haven't heard this yet, check it out. There's it's on Apple Music, it's on Spotify, it's on all the digital platforms, it's on Bandcamp. You can definitely buy the digital release of this. As far as the physicals go, I think there's a tape. The tapes are pretty much sold out on Stump Grinder, from what I understand. There is a CD that's either in production or has been released. I'll find the link for that, and I have no idea if there's any plans for a vinyl or not. But again, another great release in my collection. I was really pumped to get this, and like I said, I've been sitting on it for weeks, and I've listened to it several times. It's been sitting in my tape deck. Actually, this is the first day I've taken it out since I've gotten it, just so I could show it off and take pictures of it. And just, again, the artwork on this is so good. Just everything about it. Pretty much what you see in this artwork is essentially what you feel like when you're listening to the music. It is that murky sci-fi horror movie, essentially. and it's really good. So check this out if you haven't yet. It's definitely worth it. And I'd be interested to know if anybody else has heard this and what they think about it, because again, I absolutely love this release, and so just forever grateful that I was able to get that in my collection. So that is all that I have today. And like I said, at the end of this video, I'm gonna pop up the images of the new Melanie Loves Death Metal branding. Some people said like I should get t-shirts and stuff like that made. I probably won't go as far as doing that. I might for just myself, but if anyone is interested in stuff like that, like or stickers or anything like that, let me know. I'll probably have them made and then make all of the money go to a charity, because I don't feel right taking the money. So I'll think about that. But if anybody is interested, let me know. And yeah, that's all I have, guys. Thank you again for the support. I reached over 900 subscribers, which is just crazy. We're just going with this now. This is a thing now, so I don't see myself stopping anytime soon. Thank you, guys.